Hey folks, welcome to the early crew. Hey, what's going on, Ram? Welcome, welcome. Just getting our going live notifications posted places, and we'll dive on into some games. Happy release day. All right, we're gonna start with some Sarah Says tonight. This deck did some solid climbing for us last time we played it. I think it's a good mix of interactive and proactive bits. I like what it's got going on. Gets to play my favorite 6-drop, Dr. Doom. Got a 2 and a 3 here, solid curve. Mention's a little bit sad with the Captain Marvel draw. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so do I want to save with this? I can arrow Kingpin on the last turn together. So I think we do that and we just chill for now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and Black Widow mid. Okay, Doom getting hit here is like not a big deal at all. Well, with Sarah and Elysium, we'll actually be able to play all 3 of these, right? Because this will be 1-1-3 next turn. Oh, huh. The fact that they're going first probably means we're rinsed off, huh? So whoever has lit up in gold has priority, and the fact that I don't have priority here means that we're probably done. I mean, I guess I can, like, Doom wave, and then, like, we hope that 5 here and 5 here with Marvel jumped around is good enough. I'm gonna Doom wave and just chill for a cube. I don't think I'd stay if they snapped, but yeah, so the way this works out, can Captain Marvel win left or no? So we'll go to, no, we're gonna be shy, right? Yeah, Marvel's only +6 here. And Wong Tiger Uten is a really solid top end. I need to be more conscious about thinking about the who has priority and trying to manipulate that, because I wasn't thinking about it, and I think we probably could have there in terms of being able to have our cards flip first.
Wind, aid my
Sure. Should a new player... I think I just snapped them on this, right? Should a new player use free gold on credits or save for variants? Well, that's a super personal preference, right? So, like, variants don't give you any progress, but then the question is, do they spark joy? So if you enjoy opening variants, then you should buy some variants. But if you would get more enjoyment out of... Actually, I don't even think I need to Scorpion here, right? I think it's like Scorpion, man. I think the Odin's going to beat whatever 2-drop they play. If you would enjoy having more collection progress than having shiny things, then you should get yourself more collection progress. It all comes down to what you want. What you really, really want. I ain't afraid of no danger room, Chip. Huh. Just arrow here and hope that her 8 power is enough to win the path. They could have a bomb, but like we denied them a draw here, so. It's for the freebie, I guess. Hey, Leland, thanks for the membership. I appreciate it. I don't know the logistics on what the launch login bonus works in terms of collecting. I would have thought that it would be in there right away, but I don't know what exactly the logistics are in that. Anybody in chat knows anything about that or created a new account today and got it? Be sure to fill us in. Yours showed up right away. I think I'm gonna Psylocke into Dark Tower here, even though I'm probably just playing Wave next turn, just because I don't think I'm likely to fill this, and I'll have her here as a 3-power thing with Dark Tower, which is nice. Ooh, this actually works out quite well for us then. It's really good, Mask. I'm glad you're having fun. Alright, my kingdom for an Odin. Okay, so they're obviously playing, what's it called? They're obviously playing the Destroyer deck. I think we'll Marvel plus Goose here. Here, oh no, 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 no. Here, oh no, 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 no. I guess I could just Doom here. And actually, if I Doom here and like Scorpion here, the Doombot fills and the Hobgoblin stays. So it's a question of, can I win center and right? Let's try this. Okay, so
systems go.
we lose to the destroyer then, right? So we can no longer send Goblin back. Angel is such a weird inclusion in their deck, because a lot of times they're not blowing up things up until the very last turn, so your odds of having drawn Angel are just so high. It's a shame our Odin was buried in our last 3 cards, otherwise we would have really embarrassed them with those goblins. Odin re-triggers on reveal effect, so he sends Green Goblin and Hobgoblin back from whence it came.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, and that's right. People keep asking about, like, well, is there a bluffing element, or like, what is snapping doing in the game right now? And the long and short of it is, a lot of people just aren't very good at it right now. And that it might be a thing where, like, people are never very good at it, if we're being brutally honest. Like, poker, heads up poker is like a really complicated thing. To be able to get that right is not easy. I'm gonna gamble on them not goblining the cloning vets again here, and I'm gonna try to Odin this Green Goblin back next turn with the Sarah. Okay, sweet. Okay, and I think I actually snapped them at this point, right? Because we get to Odin this goblin back, and I get to Odin this goblin back. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and snap here. I even have Kingpin Arrow on the last turn potentially. Feels like we're in a good spot. He's been the game to teach you more about snapping. I mean, what you're asking for is like really complicated. Like there's so much depth into something like that. There's literally entire books written about heads up poker theory. Being 3 cards away from my favorite deck with only 15 cards left in pool 3 is rough. Debris, Black Widow, and Beast. My last 2 cards were Green Goblin and Mystique. I feel you. Okay, so I have 7 mana and all my cards cost 1 less. So what are we doing? They're flipping up first, which means if I send them a goblin back, that's pretty good for us. I think we're just like sending them back Hala, right? And then we'll play Kingpin here for extra stats. What if I do this actually? And if they play here, I get into trouble. I feel like they're not gonna play into Hala. Ed. This is the 1-2 chat. Kingpin flips up. Arrow says, hey, come here, bud. Crunch. Get those yummy, yummy cubes.
Victory.
Yeah, hopefully, and Austin, to your point, at least they know that collection agency is a problem. Hopefully collector tokens aren't going to be long to get here. Soon, hopefully. Thanks everybody for chilling this evening. Great to see almost 100 people in here already. Extra shout out to the 36 people in here that came in and tapped the like button right away. I'm planning to stream Snap for 2 hours tonight. If we make it to 150 pieces of engagement on the like button, I'm going to do an extra half hour. And if we make it to 200, I'm going to do an extra full hour. So if you want a little bit extra Snap stream tonight, make sure you leave your engagement while you're here. Shadowland. All these extra poopy things are like real medium for our Dr. Doom, huh? Yeah, a little guesswork on my side, Kelk, trying to figure out where the what's it called is likely to go. And there's a negative zone too? Gosh, it's just like all bad, huh? Do I like commit wave Doom over here? I guess I could wave and then I commit Sarah next turn. Well, what if I wave here and then we Sarah and then we Doom on 5 and that leaves us the opening to Odin on 6 if we draw it? I think I like that. Is Destroyer the big bad after the negative nerf? It seems to be the deck that a lot of the tryhards are favoring, but I'm not really a huge fan of the Destroyer deck. I think it's fine. I just think the lines of play are like relatively straightforward. It's definitely good. It's just that it doesn't make my brain feel smart when I play it, which is what I'm looking for in a card game. I just want to feel brilliant when I finish playing, okay, chat? Is that too much to ask? I think we're chilling on Goose for now. I guess I could, like, slide Goose out over here and then lock the Savage Land from a big play. Let's do that. Oh, right. We're guaranteed to have Chavez this turn. I think I want to leave myself the flexibility to have Odin flip up next turn on this Green Goblin. So I'm going to Chavez right and just chill. I don't think I want a Black Widow. Or probably did here. I'm like feeling like a retreat angle. Yeah, there's the Odin. So I mean, like, that's plus 12 here. They might leave this open for Captain Marvel to jump. I'm gonna stay for a cube because I think they might leave this open because Captain Marvel's here and she's got 7 power. This could cut either way though. The fact that I've goosed them out of Savage Land could encourage them to fill Limbo. Oh, I could leave R left open for Marvel. Yeah, that's a good call. I should have put Kingpin here. I wasn't thinking about that while I was talking. Our Odin's just been super shy tonight. He keeps being in like the bottom 2 or 3 cards of our deck. A little spooky in the middle, but sometimes it be like that. Sometimes they have the reads. Like all of the levels on my Dr. Doom, please. Thank you. Hey, would have been a tie if it was left open. I know, because it depends on how the Marvels went, right? Because their Marvel could have jumped as well. Evening Moose. Thanks for a little bit of engagement. Catch you tomorrow. I guess we're playing Goose here. So 13 versus 29, and their power is all locked in here. So I need 17 here to beat them. Do I want to Sarah here? Maybe? I could be right to just Marvel too, actually. Marvel gives them the least amount of information for, gives them the least amount of information for their Daredevil. I was like, okay, this could actually just go anywhere. Credits will always be your bottleneck. Because remember, you can farm an unlimited number of boosters. So if you're no-lifing, boosters are never a problem. Okay, so we go Psylocke here. Chavez mid, Marvel jumps here. We're gonna win a 50%er at some point tonight. It's gonna be great. Wait, did I count wrong? No, Marvel still would have been. No, she would have only been 10. Almost up to our split on her. We're gonna bounce off of this one quick. We have one or two more shots, but it's been real medium so far. That can be only one. Let's Scorpion the not sewer. Putting a 2-power thing into the -1 seems not great. Rewarded with this being the vault. Probably just waving into Marvel. I suppose I could Odin Scorpion wave here. If we want to arrow the Space Throne, that's actually kind of a cute thought. That probably wins that, huh? Yeah, I think I'm down for that. On a snap and arrow the Space Throne. Watch him play Destroyer here and just like ship us to Kingdom Come. I'm staying up late for the daily quest refreshes if that lets you know how my day is gone, LOL. This is what I get for listening to Twitch chat. You see what happens when you listen to Twitch chat? You lose an extra cube and you make terrible decisions.
Opponent snapped.
See? Easy retreat. Alright, I'm gonna play something else, so we're gonna stop listening to chat. Should have just played Captain Marvel. Gillen. Oh, I wanted to try. Where was it? I want to try the Domino deck. Did I have that? Where were you? Where were you? Looked at this earlier. Listen, chat, I actually like a lot of things about the YouTube streaming interface, but the chat features are just really awful. You know what's really awesome, though? The opposite awful? Corel, that is hyper generous. Oh, snap. 20 gifted memberships? That's so many. Happy release day. To our folks that just got bumped into by Corel's generosity, make sure you link your YouTube account to your, make sure you link your YouTube account to your Twitch, to your Discord account. God, my words are just mush tonight. And, pop on into the supporter Discord server. Karmatage with our Dr. Doom sounds lovely. We'll play Domino, who shows up on turn 2 and Skakovia to the left. Hellfire Club. Just play Polaris out for some stats here. And remember, chat, if you're someone that wants to pop into my supporter Discord server too, for as little as 99 cents per month, you can sign up for membership here on the channel. It helps support my content, helps keep me around. Thank you, Benjamin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so move them randomly. So Juggernaut doesn't stop this from happening. So she's getting really big in the middle. I think I'm just jonesing to the left. Or magicking to the left, sorry. With this. She's huge.
Wind aid my hand.
I think that might actually be good for us. I think I'm gonna snap before our friend flips up in the middle here. We're gonna put Dr. Doom's gonna spread 10 power out to the left and the right here. The Snap team stated goals include a full widescreen PC client. Obviously would be a nice to have, but they are aware that is something that needs to happen. Okay, so what if I vision with his laser beam? Do I just play stats out here, or do I try and play for the Juggernaut kick? I think we just play stats out, right? Spider-Man puts us +9 here. Vision puts us +7 here. Although I guess they could have like a death and I could just jug here and hope that we kick whatever they play into the middle. I don't hate that, actually. Yep. Ha! I wasn't expecting Dr. Doom of my own. Where are the starter decks? Check out the last 2 deck highlights. They say starter series on them. They are decks that expect you to be through pool 2 as a heads up though, because they are decks that are designed to be competitive into late stage opponents. I'd have lost even if we visioned right? Thank you for the super chat, Ben. Really appreciate that. I've mentioned this before, but Snap is definitely my favorite card game right now by a lot, and I would love to do primarily Snap content for my stuff. And I'm hoping the metrics are gonna be there. We'll see though. It's still early. We're gonna put a lot of effort into Snap for the next month at a minimum. And we'll see how things shake out after that, both here and on Twitch. The Doombots giveth, the Doombots take it away. You know who taketh away, chat? Fisk Tower taketh away when Juggernaut kicks people into there. God, I hate District decks. Superflow is cute. And I play Jugs in the middle, and hopefully they play middle, and we kick their stuff into either Fist Tower or the Superflow here. I don't know what caused. This game has an audio bug right now too, which is real strange. What happens if I close out and reopen? No, it's still there. I saw this happen on the PC client today too, and I was watching someone stream, so it's definitely not just a BlueStacks thing. Lightning on Twitch, I like your style, politics, family man, and quirkiness. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate you sharing back. Okay, so this works out pretty clean for us, right? We can like Blue Marvel here, Ant-Man here. Actually, we're ahead by more here, right? So do I Ant-Man left? Because we're gonna Doctor Doom on the last turn, obviously. Yeah, I think that's the line, because this Ant-Man location is gonna fill in. They have some Doom of their own. This game is so much easier to get into than Magic. I don't think it's close. I was saying here for one more cube. We're in a decent spot. We're gonna go +6 in every path, and we're gonna go +9 on the left. Ant-Man popping up. Opponent snap. I think I'm in through a snap here. I don't know if my body's ready to get like hosed by an Odin, but outside of an Odin, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Hey, Super Jojo, thanks for the new membership. Appreciate it. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna, fair warning, I'm about to make my face really large. I'm gonna restart the client here real quick. Yeah, it was really unfortunate that, like, they just had all of their good cards in their opener, right? Because, like, District Deck happened on turn 2, but they just, like, had Doctor Doom and Odin in the opener. Right back on up here. For people that aren't plugged into my Twitch side of things, by the way, we're going to be doing Snap every day over on Twitch during the day too. And my Twitch streams end up on my other YouTube channel, my youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. So if you watch everything over here and you haven't checked out my other stuff in other places, there's going to be lots more going up all over the place. We're going to be doing live streams here for 2 to 3 hours every night this week though. So the way Miles interfaces with cost increases, he actually still sets his cost down to 1, even if it's been increased. So if we find a way to get a movement going, this will still only cost us 1, which is nice. I actually don't have a Mr. Negative deck put together right now. I should do that at some point. Oh my gosh, well that's a snap. Because not only does that enable Mr. Morales for next turn, but it kills whatever she drags into Fisk Tower. This grabs a 1 or a 2 cost, so this kills things when they move. Hopefully she grabs the Collector. It will pick at random here. Nailed it. Tick, tick, boom, baby. Interesting that they filled this with Hood. Wasn't expecting that. So, Miles here wins this, assuming, like, no Nova, no Blue Marvel. Esper Legends was good by the time we finished it. Oh, yeah, they probably have Falcon, huh? Okay, yeah, that's a good shout. That's why they filled it up there. Yeah, Wave is so good into this archetype. It just, like, slows them down so much. Oh my gosh, there's a Killmonger for next turn. Don't mind if it does. Do I believe in magic? I don't think so. I think it's actually better to just, like, vision here. And I'm gonna vision because ideally we get into a setup where, like, they play center and we want them to have priority going into the last turn. Oh, I guess vision can't slide right, huh? I don't know, I think that's fine though, right? Because Killmonger's gonna clean these out. I want to vision here. Yeah, and that's, so this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Because now they have priority going into the last turn. Their name is gold because they're currently winning 2 out of 3 locations, which means my Killmonger flips up after they play out a bunch of 1-drops if that's their plan. So I think we just do this and click submit, right?
Victory.
Yes, a design space I really hope we see Snap explore is this card always flips first, this card always flips second, or like ongoing effects that are like, you know, you always go second or you always go first, etc.
Always lucky.
I think I snap on Storm into the middle with Dr. Doom to follow up. Or Jugs to follow up, potentially. Yeah, I'd second Magneto as a replacement 6-drop for this deck, if you're missing Doom. This is a deck that Dr. Doom is very replaceable in because it's not a Odin deck. You can't really replace Doom with other things in Odin decks. You can in here, though. They snapped, huh?
Mjolnir, to me.
Man, that was just the absolute nuttiest possible turn 4, huh? What if we magic here, And then we vision next turn, and then vision can slide into the middle. I guess Sunspot means vision sliding into the middle is not very good. I'm gonna magic here and chill. They're gonna run out of locations though, right? Ultron is not remotely similar to Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom is offended for you insinuating that's the case. Man, we have been the statue way more than the pigeon tonight. Actual last two cards are actually Shang-Chi and Killmonger, the two interactive pieces we were hoping to have.
Escaped.
I don't know how Ultron and Doctor Doom are related in the lore chat, but Doctor Doom is significantly better than Ultron in this game. That's all I'm gonna say. I think Ultron's the worst 6-drop in the game. I think that might be accurate. I think that might be the case. I'm racking my brain.
Right on time.
Domino always shows up on the second turn. Hulk is worse? No, I think Hulk is pretty okay. In fact, there's spots where Hulk is, there are spots where Hulk is just better than Magneto. I think Hulk's a fine top end.
Wind, aid my hand.
Alright, do we snap the... Or we just snap the Killmonger into Sunspot?
Oh, snap.
Hit gold on the ladder at collection level 138. God bless us, everyone. Heimdall is the worst 6. Okay, yeah, I think I'd buy that for $1. Is Heimdall worse than Doom? Or worse than Ultron? It might be. Alright. Let's Juggernaut and kick out whatever they're about to play into the lockjaw path here. So long, friend. So do I just play for all 3 paths here then? And we Spider-Man there and we Shang-Chi here? That seems fine. Giganto sucks too. Yeah, I think Giganto's fine. My body is not ready for Doctor Doom to flip up and beat us in the Monster Metropolis. Or 3 cards in their deck there. Alright, let's change things up again. In fact, that set might have been bad enough that we're giving up on Domino decks for the season, which is sad because I like my Domino variant. I like her as a character, but it just ain't cutting it yet. All right. We're having a crappy day, chat. We just need to take that crap and give it to other people, okay? I did not get things flipped over to the desktop client because there's a small bug in the desktop client with deck selection that when you have a lot of decks, the lag is because I'm still playing on the mobile emulator. Hopefully they fixed the deck selection bug. You can't access your decks all the way to the left and all the way to the right on the desktop client at the moment. If you have a lot of decks. You play in windowed mode, it fixes that. It was completely unusable in window mode for me too. I'm gonna snap Hood into Black Widow into Beast into Karmatage here. It's just an incredible start for us. We get 2 demons. We get to give them 2 pieces of crap. In a way, them getting their Doctor Doom here instead of Karmatage is a win for us, right? Okay, well. Gamma Lab is not happy about what's going on there. This might be a I believe in magic angle, just because they're gonna run out of board space here real fast and we're not. And then I think next turn... God, we can just not catch a fucking break tonight. I was gonna say we get to like play a bunch of things out here and eat them with Carnage. Oh, this isn't even good, right? Because it fills my middle lane. It's fine. We were torched when the Sandman flipped up anyways. It just doesn't matter.
Escaped.
I'm actually supposed to debris right here, right? If I had debris right, it would have filled this and this. But I think we probably still end up losing, right? I'd have had 2 more turns, so we get to play like something mid and then something right. But because of the Sandman, we're just locked out of actually playing out. Well, so anybody who's metagaming for new players on release day doesn't understand anything, right? About how matchmaking works. So 1, players who are playing in the closed beta are going to have be significantly lower on the ladder and not queuing into higher ranked players. But then 2, there's also collection level based matchmaking in this game, right? So all of the people that are signing up for accounts today, they won't have a chance to queue into me on the ladder regardless of where they're at until 2 weeks from now when they're past level 500. Or shorter than that if they're spending money. But in general, if you're only in pool 1 and pool 2, you're not queuing into people with full collections. So that's by design. What's one of my favorite comments? The plural of anecdote is not data. So like, there really hasn't been much Sandman today. I think if you go back and check the 4+ hours of Snap we played today, you'll find less than 5 copies of Sandman Cast. Maybe anecdotally, whatever games you happen to see, there was a lot of it. Put some rocks in their deck, get a 6-power Carnage mid. They're just like out of board space, right? They might retreat on this snap. They didn't. Okay, deal. Wait, what? Well, that's a gas juggernaut variant. I haven't seen that one. I want that one, shit. Yeah, and they didn't play anything this turn because they only have one spot open. So now Doc Ock just grabs a random one for them. Okay, and then we'll find out if this is a bot or a human. If it's a human, they're retreating. Okay, so this was a bot. Or they're a human who's infinite, I guess, but probably a bot. You saw some Twitch streams that looked pretty rough. So one thing I always encourage, if you're trying to have a discussion with me, can you be descriptive for me? What does pretty rough mean? You've been vague and nondescript to the point where I can't really comment or critique. There are some bugs in the Steam client that's tagged as early access, yes. That's why it has an early access tag on it. I was actually pleasantly surprised to see the volume of sponsored things they had on Twitch today, given that the PC client was just in early access. Ooh, we're up to almost 200 people in here. It's awesome to see folks excited for some Snap now that we've had our global release. I'm planning to stream for another hour or so until 11 o'clock. If we get to 150 likes on the stream here tonight, I'm gonna go till 10 o'clock. We're gonna go till 10:30, and if we get to 200 likes, I'm gonna go till midnight. So if you want a little bit of extra Snap stuff this evening, give me some of that sweet, sweet engagement shit.
Wind, aid my hand.
Day 9 mimicked the layout I use because Day 9 is an incredibly smart and thin individual. Yes, whenever I give you a time for anything, it's always Central Standard Cornfield time. This is not a great Carnage, but we're about to have our hand shuffled, so I guess we'll play it. Be like Hulk and smash the like button, exactly. might be dangerous. They're kind of mid-rangey. These could be 2 good cards out of them. Looked low resolution. I mean, the resolution on the Steam client's actually really good. It's just a virtue of it being vertical and having dead space on the sides. Is definitely something that's a thing. We definitely did not hand out nearly enough crap this game. I agree with that. I could have beaten that, right? Could I? No, if I would have Spider-Woman's here, we win here, but then they'd be +2 and I'd be -1, so we lose the tiebreaker. Yeah, my Doc Ock was probably wrong that game, based on the type of deck that they were playing. Doc Ock's a card that being familiar with cards in your opponent's deck is important, because if your opponent's not going to play out all of their cards, Doc Ock is very bad. But if they are playing a deck that would naturally play out its cards, playing Doc Ock allows you to take agency away from them. So it's a card that's definitely a 2 or 10 type situation, where when it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's terrible to the point that you don't even want to put it on the board. This is definitely a Beast of the Hood, get some extra demons going angle. Ooh, okay, with this, do I do this, and then we Beast this next turn and get an extra Korg trigger? I think so. So Korg puts a rock into my opponent's deck. Am I fighting overkill? I think so. I think so. Oh, they're playing the Beast Bounce deck. Okay. So their Human Torch slides into Kiln and gives them a total of 11 there. That means I have to give it up though, right? Oh, wait, that was counting the Baxter building as their bonus, though, too, right? So we could actually maybe play for Clint here if we take the Baxter building somehow.
Opponent snapped.
But if I do this for the disruptive elements, then we Carnage here, and then we could Doc Demon here next turn. I think that's good for us. They're about to Carnage, right? Or Beast, right? Okay. They have priority, which means Spider-Woman is 1 more power than Doc Ock here in most situations, because they're going to play a card, and then she'll give -4. So I'm going to effectively add 17 power here. I don't think I'm snapping, because I think we'll chase them out, but I think we win this. Yeah, more than good. Yeah, I think if we snap, they bail here, but them staying for 4 cubes is great.
Victory.
Nah, it's just you, Ray. You have to, one of the things that's very dangerous about the volume of games you can play in a game like Marvel Snap is that our lizard brains remember visceral negative things far more than positive things. Which means if you play 100 games and you lose 30 of them and they feel like crap, it doesn't matter that you won the other 70 of them. The 30 are going to stick out in your brain way more. And that's true for smaller ratios too, right? Like you play 10 games in a day and you lost 3 of them. It's easy to feel down about your deck. We're going to hood here. It could be right to hood into one of these unknown locations, simply for the virtue of one of them could be like Bar with No Name or something, or the new Doc Ock Tower. Although that works out lovely. I think we snap the Viper into the hood here. So this is a -2 power and Viper donates it. Oh wait, I think I got a Viper variant today, right? I need to check my, oh, I think it was a triangle altar though. How do you comment without using your real Google name? You can change it somehow. Don't ask me how. Other people are figuring it out though. This might be a bail out of Kiln Angle. I'm gonna debris this turn. Okay, well I was gonna bail out of here, but now we're gonna beast pick back up their Green Goblin, right? Psylocke popped out of the expansion. Okay, that's a good beat. Oh, is this a crap mirror? This is totally a crap mirror, huh? Okay, well, with that in mind, we just Doc Ock the center, right? And then we plan to Spider-Woman as a follow-up. So I don't want to try and Green Goblin mid, because they could easily fill both these locations this turn with this deck. Because they know we picked their Green Goblin up. Yeah, so they're super incentivized to do this, which means my Doc Ock gets a ton of value here. Why does our Iceman still cost 2? Oh, that's a good question. Should have a beast -1 on it, right? I believe we have out garbage them, chip. Did you know, chat, that they have some crap deck wins the mirror 100% of the time? Very, very powerful. This is a solid curve. Hand would love a beast. Iceman mid here, because we might want to have Carnage eat Widow this game. We'll see what we do. That's unfortunate. How many splits do I have for Hood? 1. I didn't get Hood till really late in my collection track, so I've been holding on to boosters until I get a variant. Guess we just do this. Let me answer your question with a question, Micah Fuller. Why do you think achieving infinite rank is a meaningful thing that I should strive for? What value does achieving that provide? We're dead, right? The rewards and the card back. I don't need either of those things. Oh, it is variant shop rollover time, chat. Get some 50 free credits. I don't worry about my ladder rank in any of the video games that I play, chat. I play games for fun, and if while playing those games for fun, I happen to ladder up and we're successful, that's great. And if we're not being successful or we're not playing enough to get there because we're not having fun, that's great too. It's also worth noting for people that are new and coming in, everyone that's achieved infinite rank at this point in Marvel Snap, they didn't do so through statistically good play. They did so through climbing over the corpses of a giant army of bots that you largely farm 8 cubes off of by understanding how poorly they play in different spots. So I also, even if I was someone that like found joy from a rank system, there's explicitly not a lot of interest in the current rank system on Marvel Snap because of the bot density that was in the closed beta, because we didn't have a ton of players in the closed beta, right? And that'll change starting next season a little bit when we have a deeper player pool. But the player pool is just not particularly deep at the moment, right? Interesting. All right, let's Viper plus Demon here, I think. Oh my god, they got a copy of our Demon. It's a sick beat for them. I don't know if this is good, but it's funny. Maybe we do it here so we can try and win Asgard. Okay, and now there's a real chance they don't play a card this turn because they can only play one more card here. So if that's the case, we're gonna Doc Ock them and take their agency away. Ooh, I think they lied to us, chat. Does that beat us? I think that beats us. Because this is only 11 here, right? So that'll be 4, I'll be 7, so we'll be +3. We lose the tiebreaker by 1 here. I believe is the case. Well, we don't know exactly how their matchmaking algorithm works in Syndium, but I would wager people with fuller collections will start having opponents by like midway next month. Or potentially even early next month, because it takes 2 weeks to get out of pool 2.
Escaped.
Probably not the same Drunk Owl. I'm pretty sure it is. They're in chat a second ago, if I recall. I think their username's different here, but... Alright, and we crossed the 150 like threshold for the evening, so we're going to be streaming till at least 11:30 Cornfield. I lost the tiebreaker with Spider-Woman Drunk Owl. I was only +3 on the right with Spider-Woman, and you were +4 on the left with the Double Nano. Yeah, I didn't have a 1-drop. Yeah, if I had had a 2-power 1-drop, we'd have won with her. But I just had Spider-Woman. I think I'm gonna... Am I gonna Viper? No, I'm gonna chill, actually. We're gonna Debris on 3 into Beast Viper on 4, I think. Daily Bugle is a feature location right now. That makes sense. So new location added to the game, more likely to flip up. Yeah, the fact that Owl hit our demon that last game off of Daily Bugle was also brutal. We'd have won if they would have had slightly less power on the left. Okay, so now I think we Viper this rock and we beast these back, and then next turn we can Debris again, and then Carnage eat all the rocks in the middle. We want Debris to flip up first, so that way Carnage can eat 3 things here. We'll Korg over here as well, I think. Or do I Korg left? I might Korg left, actually. We do know our opponent has a Doom bot. Wonder if I'm supposed to Debris into here, actually. Maybe I'm supposed to give up the, Let's do this. Do I just leave everything where it is and play Doombot? I guess that only ties the sides though, right? Which means if they Doombot, we lose, right? Because I'll be +2 here, they'll be +5 here. I suppose I could do this, which beats Doom in the center. And then we Spider-Woman here. This beats Doom in the center. And then I Spider-Woman here, which gives -4 +7. So I go to 3, I go to 9. I think I like this. We beat that too, right? Evening, Manny.
Victory.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm waiting for that sweet new Doc Ock variant to show up in my shop, chat. I want it real bad. Complete a full weekly challenge. We're working on it. Yeah, I am not surprised that Thanos and Galactus are coming in pool 4 and 5. Those seem like the perfect types of cards to put into that type of thing. However, that's gonna work. Squirrel Girl. The only metagame Squirrel Girl deck is Death Wave, so we should expect Killmonger from our opponent here. I lied. Shocker means they're actually Patriot. Oh my gosh, they just discarded Patriots. That's a snap, right?
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna Green Goblin right, just in case Expansion tries to hose us here. We don't know what's gonna pop out of here just yet. Our opponent stayed in, huh? Maybe wanted to see how the Expansion variant plays out before they bailed. And all things considered, that was a pretty reasonable thing set for us there. I think I'm actually gonna Widow into Viper mid here. And just kind of fill their location up here. We could obviously be giving them a 2-power thing, but I think just filling their board up does wonders for us. It does the 7th turn, huh? Opponent's running out of board space. Do you believe in magic and turn 7? Do 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 do. 3 cards in my deck, one of which is Spider-Woman. Oh, they played Mystique into nowhere, chat. That's a rough one. Are we still dead, though? I think we might still be dead, though. Oh, Spider-Woman was our discard. Yeah, you're totally right. Our opponent retreated. Sure did. An easy game, champ. An easy game. And that's why when you click here, we really need to be able to click on this discarded thing to be able to, see what's up. There's an interface thing that we need to be able to track for sure. I know I could just be smarter, chat, but let's be honest. Most of you at home are dumb like me. Having the interface be able to track it for us would be ideal. This one. Cerebro 2 felt kind of okay last time we played it. So Cerebro, very powerful build-around card for Marvel Snap. Gives all of your highest powered cards plus 2 power, which means if we construct our deck in such a way that all of our cards have the same highest power, Cerebro will power up our entire team. Yeah, these locations are not great for us to start. Hopefully we find a storm to deal with the sewer system. There's a glaring Mystique-shaped hole in my collection. Yeah, she was my second to last card I opened. So, I feel you. Yes, yeah, it's just like if you don't have your eyes completely glued to the screen when the discard happens, you have to like catch it. Yes, Cerebro works with Blue Marvel the way that we want it to. Blue Marvel gives all of our other cards +1 attack, meaning he raises all of our highest powers to 3. You're surprised this isn't a Wong deck? What would Wong do for this deck? Doesn't do anything, right? You know how fragile Cerebro is compared to Patriot? Well, that's because it's more powerful. The fact that these decks get to play a bunch of utility cards is big game.
Wind, aid my hand.
Opponent snapped.
Wait, let's not make a mistake. Let's Mystique. Then Mr. Sinister. So now we just can't play Korg because it'll be our highest power thing because they hazmated us. Yeah, Snap.fan has the variants listed on their card pages. Great site. All right, so we need the tiger to go left, not middle. Never lucky. Our coin flips have not been kind tonight, chat. Not even a little. A night like this is a one where you'll be extra frustrated if your goal is to climb. You just gotta roll. The key to laddering up in any of these games, chat, is just playing enough to eventually hit a good streak. All right, well, at least I get to storm this off, so we've got that going for us. So probably the Destroyer deck.
Wind, aid my
I actually think that it's way more intuitive that the odds are based on the number of locations it could go to versus based on the number of open spots. Having it based on the number of spots it could go to also plays nicely into the fact that a lot of the statistics you do in Marvel Snap are very easy to compute off the cuff, and if you had to compute probabilities for every open spot, that wouldn't be possible. I'm playing Mr. Fantastic into the Strange Academy. Oh wait, I can play him here still, right? I say I want him to end up center, but I actually have one more turn to play here, so this is fine. Yeah. Okay, so that's a Brood. Well, Iron Man right, because that's where it's gonna end up at. And then we'll get to Cerebro Brood or Cerebro Mystique next turn. We're in an okay spot here. I'm gonna snap them. So we hit the Mystique there, so we're gonna have real big board. Everything was gonna get +4, and we were gonna get to slide 2 of these into New York, so we'd win center, and then we'd win New York by a bunch as well, because they can't play into the flooded. By the way, chat, as something to plug as folks are coming into the game and start building up collections over the next month and more, I do viewer deck submissions here on the channel. For a $10 donation or super chat, I will play a Marvel Snap deck of your choice for at least a half hour of gameplay. Typically more if the deck's going well. But I throw the 30-minute minimum in there because sometimes they're dumpster fires, chat. Sometimes you just need to bail out. Obviously want to avoid the Gamma Lab because Hulks mess with our Cerebro. Cerebro not pairing well with the Hulk feels like a flavor win. Okay, so we need our Storm again to get rid of Neck Crush potentially. It's very good, man. It adds so much good depth of gameplay. Okay, and there's our Storm. So, I'm gonna go ahead and Cerebro middle to protect it from unreveal effects that could steal from it. And then we get to Korg here as well, right? So I'll Korg middle. And I'm Korging middle because we're punting Gamma Lab, obviously, right? And then next turn, if we draw Mystique, or I need to sequence this in the order. I want to Korg first into Cerebro. So this way, if I draw Mystique, I can go Mystique, copy Cerebro, and then Storm, clear, then across, so these get bigger. I think I'm going to snap them here, too. I think we're in a decent spot. So, Matt, not to bruise your ego too much, but as a heads up, you do play almost exclusively bots until rank 30. And that's actually for 2 reasons. So the first is that they want you to get a feel for the game before they throw you in with other players. But the second is that rank 30. So once you get past silver here, you're going to start playing against more humans than not, so long as there's humans to queue you into. It's also important that there's bots for people playing under rank 30, because they need to put cubes into the system. Day 9 had a fair amount of humans today. Are you sure? I had Day 9 stream up almost all night, and it looked like every time I watched him, he was playing against a bot. They diversified bot names and cosmetics and a number of things about them, and they're harder to pick up, but like you just like watch their plays and you're like, no living breathing human does these things. And he actually mentioned a number of times that like, yes, I like feeling powerful, and this is he like I am doing now, defended it as good design and good onboarding to have that as a starting experience as people learn, and I agree with that take. All right, the bar with no name, we can play Cerebro into, which is nice. Now, an interesting question here. Do we just goose? Do we goose here, who locks out 4, 5, and 6 cost cards, and just say there's no 4, 5s, or 6 in this game because I won't want to play them into bar either? Yeah, I think I'm going to snap, but I'm going to goose right.
Do it.
For a death deck, that might not be a huge issue. Well, they usually have like a Chavez or something to pair with their death too. But you're right, as far as decks go that could have counterplay here, there's this towards the top. Yes, and we will get to storm the bar with no name on the last turn. My opponent snapped me back. Okay, let's go. And again, we Cerebro second, so that way if we draw Mystique, we can Mystique it next turn. This is the key payoff in our deck that it is named after. Alright, so their death is free. The question is, what else do they have with it? Can they win left and right? Because Storm wins us center. The wave confirms that they're playing Death Wave. The way this card interacts with modifiers is death gets cheap.
Wind, aid my hand.
Yep, and there's their death, but they thought they were winning the center, but Storm flips the script on that on the last turn.
Victory.
Killmonger could do it. Killmonger would kill these two. Killmonger along with Death would do it. Got the maximum extraction out of there at +8. Oh, yeah, that's true. All their 4 costs were locked out of left and right, right? They could only play into the bar, and they didn't know we were going to storm, right? That's true. I forgot about that dynamic. Good show. Play Storm, and the Storm's been doing some heavy lifting, chat. Her thighs are thick because she lifts with her legs, okay? These matches are definitely being carried on her back tonight.
Aid my hand.
Guess we do this and then this, huh? I gotta worry about Grand Central flipping up next turn. Can I win Grand Central is the question. Double Iron Man probably does it, right? So I think we Iron Man here, and then if we hit Blue Marvel or Mystique here, we play second Iron Man there next turn.
I am Iron Man.
Alright, hit me, dealer. Okay, I can't play anything into Crimson Cosmos. We're locked out there.
If there's anybody new to the channel, thanks for dropping in tonight. Hope you're having fun on the Marvel Snap release day. My name is Jeff Oakland. I make content in various places on the internet full time, playing a ton of card games and other strategy games like this. This channel is all Marvel Snap all the time. We're doing live streams in the evenings. There's deck guides and other tips being posted several days throughout the week as well. So make sure you drop a subscription and come back again if you're enjoying the vibes of the channel.
Victory.
Cerebro is definitely, and this deck getting to win without drawing Cerebro on the back of Blue Marvel and Mystique and Iron Man in spots like this is great. I think Cerebro 2 and Cerebro 5 might actually be my favorite variations of this deck at the moment. I was a little sad Cerebro 6 died when they changed Onslaught's power to 7. It was a fun meme one. The goose is loose, Chip. The variant lets you... It does not, Grease. The variants are just cosmetic. They're the exact same card otherwise.
Opponent snapped.
They snapped on us discarding Iron Man? Sure. Wave also doesn't really matter here, right? An okay spot. I get to copy Blue Marvel here, and then we've got a draw step next turn for 25% to find a Cerebro and really slam. What do you think of Miles, and where would you rank him on the season pass cards? He's a fine power level. He's playable in a few things. I think the Beastly Slide deck is probably the most competitive Miles deck, followed by the mid-range variations I'm playing. I've played Magic the Gathering for a little over 2 decades, and I agree that this is the best, probably the best non-Magic card game I've played. All right, and they gave us an extra draw at our Cerebro here, so we're 1-3 to have it next turn. Are they getting close to exhausting characters? So there are over, if you look on this channel, there's some older videos at this point, but there were almost 50 data mined unreleased Marvel character cards found in game files. And I go through all those in a video and review what they could do. Now, it is worth noting that some of those have gotten changed on release. So it's not necessarily not necessarily guaranteed to release in that form, but they could. Okay, so this is going to add 4 where I play him and add 2 on the sides. I'm going to stay here. We could lose this, but I'm going to go fish here. We're technically winning all 3 with this play, but they could easily play 2 cards to win 2, right? Yeah, especially with Marvel. Needed our Cerebro there. Fortunately, our namesake was in our bottom 2 cards. Marvel has literally thousands of named characters in their comics. Yeah, deep selection of stuff. You know what else is getting pretty deep, chat? The pool of people who had tapped the like button. I'm planning to stream for another hour tonight, but if our stream video here makes it up to 200 likes before that hour is up, we're going to stream for another 90 minutes till midnight, Cornfield. Read you there, Domino? Sure. I think Weird World is better for us than them. Because our deck's a bunch of weird synergy cards, right?
Snap. Victory.
Bum, 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 bum. I think a lot of the snaps with the have some crap deck have to be done in the first 3 turns. Past that, you're already set up. I will say the crap deck is a notoriously bad deck for getting 8 cubes with, because it's typically not a surprise when it wins. I think the deck is very powerful, but it's not, it's powerful and consistent. It's not a blow you out style deck. Dream Dimension's so annoying into my double 5 drops. Okay, Scorpion getting their Deadpool is nice. Hopefully Iceman gets it to you, honestly. So we're currently punting the sewer system. Yeah, I play almost every new card game when it releases, and oh my gosh, this is for this turn, so I can't play it there with Goose. Well, whatever, we'll play it in the sewer system. I can honestly say, well, maybe we just play it mid, actually, because we're gonna Blue Marvel here next turn, right? So let's look at power. This is honestly the best new card game I've touched in probably the last 10 years or more. It's so good. Are we supposed to bail? It is only 1 more cube, chat. Alright, now it's 3 more cubes. We'll definitely retreat. We're done here.
Escaped.
Yes, the Cerebro and Patriot decks that add... In my experience playing, the decks that are best for climbing are the decks that can add power to locations where you already have 4 cards as a surprise. Being able to put extra stats into a location that feels like it should be full for the opponent is the easiest way to get people overconfident and bait them into cubes. How long have I been playing this? Yeah, so I had a second wave beta invite. So those went out like 3 months ago. So I have a currently complete collection. Takes a few months to achieve playing regularly. Nexus, Cerebro, Mystique. I think that's the snap for us, chat. And I've played Magic for 2 decades. I've been making content around card games and other things on the internet for a little over a decade. It's been my full-time job between Twitch and YouTube for 4 years now. Magic the Gathering is the game I primarily played before this. I would love to transition into doing mostly Snapchat. It's such a better game. Okay, and now we just get to like cloning Vatsar Cerebro, right? Which is absurd. Have a good one, Super JoJo. Yeah, it's the collection system, for as much as some people will complain, rightfully so, about it being annoying not having the exact cards you want when you want them to deck build. It's so good at keeping people playing. I already snapped, chat. They won't let me snap again. This is actually just like the 4X Cerebro game, right? My opponent snapped. Okay. In. Do you have an Enchantress? No, these six doesn't usually play Enchantress, right? They look like this is the ongoing deck, right? Why not Iron Man into the Nexus instead of Korg? Because I want to just keep playing Cerebros out, right? Right? Don't I just want to do this? This is the most power. This adds another 20, or adds another 16 here. If they Spectrum here, Spectrum adds 11, 22. So they'll go up to 34, but I'm getting 12 going to 36, right? Or sorry, I'm gaining 16 going to 40. Oh, and they can't even Spectrum here because they have Cosmo. Oh, they could Onslaught me, though. Onslaught gets me? Oh, Destroyer. They're the Destroyer deck. I'm not used to... The Iron Man threw me off. Iron Man... Was this a randomly generated card? What a weird build. I wonder if they're like a hybrid Destroyer... They must be like a hybrid Destroyer Spectrum deck, right? Yeah, that wasn't on my radar. Because of Iron Man. Yeah, I guess I should have just played Iron Man of my own, right? It would have put me down... It would have put me down 1 Cerebro, but it would have put me to 60 here in total, right? Yeah, they must be a Destroyer Spectrum deck. That seems hyper greedy. Their curve must be very clunky with that many 6s. Well, I've just never seen... I've never seen an Ant-Man in a Destroyer deck before. Iron Man's just like a pretty generically good card, but Ant-Man is strange. I wish I could thumbs down types of variants so they didn't show up in my shop, so I was more likely to see variants I actually want to give them money for. Would be nice. You saw their deck list on Twitter. Okay, so you're telling me I should call the net deck police then and report them? Snap's clarity of gameplay makes it better for me to figure out my decision making and sequencing. Yeah, so, and that's another one of the things about Snap that I think it has going for it over other games like Magic is in Magic the Gathering, figuring out what play you fucked up when you mess something up is so difficult because there's so many, like, sometimes the thing that loses you the game on turn 12 in Magic was like the land you played on turn 2 or 3 because you missequenced your lands. And it's like, well, there was player agency there, but you also, like, the game was so long and so many different things happened. It's so hard to go back and go, oh, this was my mistake, which in turn makes it harder to get better as a player. Because if you don't realize what you're messing up, you can't really grow. Chat, what cards has my opponent discarded? Does anybody know? Do we have any idea what cards my opponent have discarded? I was reading chat and looking away while I was waiting for their thing to play out and it just flashed up. I think we're retreating here though, right? They snapped and I don't have Mystique or Cerebro. And we've only got 2 more draws into 5 cards, so I think that's a bounce.
Escaped.
Does it bother people if I just like rapidly change decks every 3 to 4 games? Is that disorienting? I feel like I have the freedom to do that here. More in Magic, I always feel like I'm locked into playing a deck for an hour. I kind of just want to like bounce around a bunch. Just chill. You mean having a system that doesn't incentivize my opponents to make the thing painfully long? And making it so I don't lose a 50-minute match against Control and lose all my progress for the day is good? Yeah, it's great. It's fucking amazing. It's so good, chat. You're like, all right, I have an hour to play Magic Arena. And you sit down and your hour of playing Magic Arena was 1 match. And it's just like, well, I played my 1 match in my hour and I lost it and I was hoping to ladder up and nothing happened now. Oof. All right, I think we Angela and Demurray Isle here. This, by the way, chat, I'm gonna make, so I posted a list of top 5 Marvel Snap cards that were all pool 3 cards this morning. I'm gonna throw up a top 5 cards in pool 1 and pool 2 later this week. And Angela might be number 1, I think. She is so powerful. Our match is really that long. I've never played Magic. Yeah, so a typical match of Magic is best of 3, and each player has a 30-minute individual timer plus 2 minutes during sideboarding twice. So a match can technically last 64 minutes. Are there any decks that Miles Morales slots into? Oh, if only there were decks that Miles Morales slotted into. Okay, so this is why the movement cards are sweet in this deck, by the way, because they combo with Angela. So Iron Fist makes the next card that I play slide to the left, but that card still gets played here, so it still triggers Angela. Same with Nightcrawler. So all 3 of these cards will trigger Angela and add 2 power to her, but Demon and eventually Nightcrawler are gonna vacate this center location, meaning I can play out more cards and continue to grow Angela larger and larger. In fact, I'm gonna snap them here because we've got a good setup. We just drew Miles Morales, the season pass card here. And this says, if a card moved last turn, this card costs 1. My opponent also snapped. Let's do it. Maximize me, daddy. So they're fighting over Murray Isle, and I think I'd like to as well. I'm going to slide Nightcrawler out of here. We'll play Collector. We'll play Falcon. Falcon's going to pick up all of my 1-cost cards. Actually, I actually can't pick up all my 1-cost cards because my hand is full, but I think that's fine. I don't really need to draw anything extra. I'll pick up 3 of them. And Nightcrawler moving here means Miles stays 1 cost for next turn. Oh, Nightcrawler didn't pick up. I should have moved Nightcrawler, right? It's a mistake on my part. Okay, so what if we punt the negative zone now? Started playing today after watching your Twitch stream. Magic Arena is dead to me. God bless. Oh no! Damn it! Why would they Professor Cheese the middle? Damn. He stops cards from being added or removed to the location. They just assumed I was gonna play Hood here and kick it out. It's a tough beat. And then they statistically have the Destroyer here, right? So just play Destroyer left and we get got. Like, yeah, I can't stand for 4 more cubes.
Escape.
This location is so bad for our deck, chat. So Human Torch, one of our movement payoffs, whenever this card moves, its power gets doubled. So Iron Fist into Human Torch kicks this up to a 4 power right away, which is nice. You're an Arrow and Polaris in a Miles deck. Yeah, we put all sorts of things with it. The Miles mid-range deck someone mentioned earlier is a Polaris deck. It might not be a Arrow deck. I forget. We played a lot of stuff. It all kind of blurs after a little bit. So Torch first, so it gets kicked over by Iron Fist, and then Cloak allows us to move the Human Torch again next turn. So that way we end up with it at 8. Chat, the answer to what should you do with your gold is very simple. You do what sparks joy, okay? If progressing your collection more quickly sparks joy for you, then do that. If variants with sweet artwork sparks joy for you, then do that. Life is short. Be happy. So if I beast these back up, we get to Iron Fist into Human Torch next turn, both at 0 cost in addition to Chavez, which is kind of gasoline. And the Human Torch will double from 8 to 16. Human Torch regularly has double digits power in this deck, which is a lot of fun. Oh, we could just Taskmaster the Torch. That's true. That's better, right? might win here. I'm only going to 20 in the middle. This is gonna gain... Yeah, that's 40. And I don't think we beat 40, right? Yeah, not quite. Only 31. Well, we win if there's not an Onslaught Citadel. But alas, there is, so... They'd have, what, 16 less over here, and they'd have 8 less in the middle? Ooh, almost to our Falcon split. Quests are better value for progress than shop credits. All of your questions about optimal progression for your account inside of Marvel Snap are answered in my handy-dandy optimal progression guide, which you can find on this YouTube channel here. It's one of the 2 short videos I uploaded today. How many upgrade tiers does each card have? 50 boosters at the top. It goes 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then they split. Ooh, that's a nice setup for next turn. What does splitting do? It gives you different cosmetic effects. So you can see here, this is an infinite card that I split and then leveled back up. It's got a kind of rainbow background here. So we do this, Human Torch kicks to here. Next turn we get to Miles plus Falcon. Yes, it's purely cosmetic, except which cosmetic you get when you split isn't set. There's a range of them. I don't think I have any cards that have been split multiple times in this deck, but there are also split variations that, what's the word I'm searching for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to pick all these up. Yeah. There are split variations that you only get once you split things a few times. Our collector gains 1 power every time a card enters our hand from anywhere other than our deck. So when Falcon here kicks all of these 1-drops back up, we're going to add 5 power here. I think Mr. Negative still needs more nerfs. Nah, probably not. In fact, I think after we play this deck a couple, maybe we'll build a Mr. Negative deck, because I haven't seen any of it on the ladder, but I think it's probably still good. I think the current balance patch for this game is great. You've done a good job with it. Okay, so I want Cloak to end up here, so that way I can pull Human Torch back into the Baxter building for a ton of points of power. I don't know if my body can handle getting, I don't know if my body can handle getting Professor Cheese this turn, but it is what it is. Motherfucker. You just keep getting out by this card.
Escaped.
Professor X is an incredibly high variance card. It's a card that effectively wins the game for someone the turn it comes down. It's a pretty... Professor X is a card that always feels bad for someone in the game, I think. It can win you the game on the spot, but it can also win your opponent the game on the spot. Do I have a Mr. Negative deck in here anymore? I don't. Okay, so let's start from scratch, huh? Do we want to try and build like the Sarah negative deck, or do I want to just try and build I might just want to build like a Wong negative is fun. So on reveal, swaps the power and cost of all cards in your deck. So this rewards us for playing a lot of cards that have high costs and low powers. So Mr. Zola can be fun. Leader is decent. Dr. Doom is fine. Especially because a lot of these work with Wong. Iron Man is a strong choice. I might play no Iron Man and play more on-reveal stuff here. It's a build we've played in the past. So I think I want a Wong, and I want to Jubilee, and I want to, where's my white tiger? Oh, is she at the top? Okay, the lower power ones right here. Yeah, do we want to just like Lockjaw? Oh, just click down, no mistake. Lockjaw is a good boy. Ironheart is good. She's fine. This deck's probably a little bit too board hungry for Zola to be good. I don't know that I want a full combo with that, but I kind of like the idea of... I think I'm going to slot the Odin Wave combo in. This is a good bit of top end. And obviously, Odin is awkward with negative specifically, but it's pretty good with like Dr. Doom and Wong and Tiger when we're not negativing. The Battle Pass value mostly come from cosmetics. If you have questions about purchases in Marvel Snap, I would encourage you to check out my optimal progression guide. It breaks down why the Battle Pass is a good purchase. Yeah, Wave is also... Wave is a powerful label. True Dawn was saying more than too many 6-drops is bad in this game. Wave's a card that lets you play lots of 6-drops, which is fun. Jubilee as well, another good card that rewards you for playing lots of 6-drops. Let's start here. Played a variation of this before. I think it's fine, maybe even good. Wave is one of the most powerful cards in the game, I think. She is both a disruptive card and an enabler for ramping yourself out. I think the magic nerf was needed, yes. I was literally asking for that magic nerf since like the 3rd week of the beta. Before that nerf to magic, she was the best card in the game, not close. I'm gonna snap them. I have Mr. Negative in my opener. Floating around 200 people most of the night, which is awesome. Thanks everybody for chilling for some. God damn it. Chilling for some Marvel Snap. If you're enjoying the content, you're not already subbed to the channel, make sure you do that and stop by again sometime. We're doing live streams every night this week in addition to my edited content. Also remember, the best way to support, in addition to direct support with things like channel memberships, just give a little bit of engagement, hanging out in chat, leaving comments, tapping the like button is great. All right, so this hand's actually pretty good. So we've got Widow, which disrupts one of their draws, into Wave, which accelerates us into Doctor Doom. We could also Wave into Leader potentially too. The upside of Wave into Doom is I can play all 3 of these at the same location, which then means if I draw Odin later, we could re-Odin all of them. Although I guess redoing these 2 doesn't really matter, so maybe I don't do that on turn 6 at least. So, Mysterio's like the shell game, chat. One of these is the real Mysterio. Our opponent knows, we do not. Doombots, ippy-dot, my Doombots, whipping up my Doombots, really love the Doom, yeah, yeah. A little 15 power into play between friends here. We don't want a leader here because our opponent is likely gonna Venom or something. I guess because we gave them a 6 for the turn, maybe they don't. Because we waved. No, they are actually just Venoming here. Venoming's actually not even that good here, because Venom copies the power of the things you destroy. It's like gas Venom variant, by the way. So do we like Wong into White Tiger here then? I can also Ironheart plus Psylocke. Maybe I don't need to play mid actually if that's the case. Let's do this. Odin? Odin? Okay, chat. Now the real question is, chat, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I think we're gonna have a problem here. So we've got a couple of percentage plays we could take here. We could Jubilee, hoping to hit our Odin, or we can White Tiger, hoping to hit our... Well, so the problem with Leader is their card's not gonna have its... They're retreating. Okay. I think if they stay in here, the play is White Tiger, because then we're 50% to win. Because if White Tiger goes mid, we win mid, and then we're currently winning left and right with White Tiger here, even if this is the real Slim Shady. So they'd have to play into both of these if our Tiger goes mid, which is unlikely, I think. Our copy, I believe, would only be zeroed if they were flipping first, Because when we copy it, it hasn't actually been affected by 0 yet, Weens. Would be my guess of how the rules work there. I could be wrong, but that's how I would intuitively expect it to work. Yeah, because we had priority on be flipping first, their thing hadn't been zeroed yet. I think is relevant there. Let's Psylocke mid, which gives us an extra energy, so we can play our 4-drop ahead of curve and we'll Jubilee this turn. Okay. And they discarded Destroyer, so I'm going to snap them. And we drew Mr. Negative, chap. So he's going to go ahead and invert our deck if they stay in here. Gab says Jeff is correct, so Jeff is wrong, question mark. Ooh, shiny.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Heckin' rude. Combo.
Clear for takeoff.
Wave looks good inverted, chat, but she's not particularly useful, huh? Well, that's mad unfortunate. Watch us draw Odin next turn. Okay, I mean, that's potentially very good. We have to guess where they play. No, we don't have to guess where they play, right? We should be good. I guess they could play multiple things into here, and then leader can't copy all of them, and then we could lose. I'm gonna stay for 2 more cubes though. Their destroyer got discarded by Sokovia, so we're safe from that. Nine power Devil Dino's ambitious.
Victory.
They played Go Fish for 2 cubes and they lost. Look at all these cards, chat. None of which are Mr. Negative. or a 2-drop. Okay, good beat. That wasn't Mr. Negative or a 2-drop. Ermagerd, chat, make it stop. My hand is so full. Now, that being said, our hand is pretty good as is here. We get to just go Wong, White Tiger, Odin here, potentially. Oh, snap. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Am I even supposed to play the wave here? I'm not sure that I am. Debris is annoying. I didn't want your crap, opponent. Take it back. Now that's funny right there, chat. Meow. Death's Domain. I probably want Psylocke alive to Ironheart with later, right? If we Wong here, set up for the Doom. Oh, I have to play White Tiger here next turn, though, huh? That's kind of sad. What if I Lockjaw here because I have to White Tiger? That sounds good. Although I guess that means I can't fill two Doombots in. How about just Ironheart? I could Jubilee mid. That's true. Yeah, I don't hate that idea.
Clear for takeoff.
It's a solid Cosmo. Gorgeous variant with the gold background in the swirls, too. Looks real pretty. Well, that's great for us, right? We Doctor Doom, and then we Odin. I guess I don't have a ton of total power over here. What if I'm supposed to Odin first, so that way it's not abundantly clear that I have Doctor Doom? Could be the case. Catch you later, Jacob. Yeah, we'll be live on Twitch with more Snap at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're doing all Snap for my Twitch streams this week, since it's release week. We're supposed to be on the Twitch front page tomorrow to start the day, so we should have some sweet viewer metrics. Fingers crossed. Sometimes they put us up there on the back of the carousel. Hopefully we run hot and get towards the front tomorrow. Onslaught. It's a little scary. We're still gonna fill our board just fine here, even without the Wong, so that's fine. So one of these spots will get a Tiger, hopefully this one, and then the other one will get a Doombot. Odin triggers these in order, so it'll go Psylocke, then White Tiger, then Doctor Doom, triggering all their on-reveals. White Tiger Odin is a 1-2 combo you pick up very early on the collection track. It's definitely a powerful top end for your starting decks for sure. Bounced out. We haven't really Mr. Negative at all this set, but we've been winning games with just the Wong Shell, which is one of the reasons why you play it. So that way your deck is still functional even when you don't have Doom, or when you don't have Negative. Found a piece of candy, chat. Ooh, a piece of candy. This actually isn't even that good of a Wong Mystique deck, which is one of the reasons why we're not playing Mystique ourselves. All right, so shocker typically implies patriot. Do I Ironheart here? I'm not sure that I do, because she like takes up a spot on the board. I think I just passed here. Wait for waiting. Huh. Is it right to just not negative here? What if we just like Wong into Tiger into Doombot? And the Tigers going mid is actually perfect. Yeah, because if we drew Odin here on the last turn, Odin would have been better than Doom, right? Because he'd have been 8 power and he'd have put out 4 Tigers. Do you have a card your opponent gets with Bugle? We do not. Two drops here, just passing the turn again. And a Warlock draws an extra card if they're winning at that location. What's in my deck? My deck has 5 cards in it. They are Wong, White Tiger, Black Widow, Ironheart, Psylocke? I'm trying to decide if I want to Lockjaw or not. Because we could, like, Lockjaw into negative. All of our big cards in our hand is the problem. I'm just going to wave here, I think. Big Dino Land shit. We do this, and then we Odin next turn. You just soaked Sunspot, huh? Leader wins the game, right? They can only play 1 card? Oh, and I should leader here in case they Infinite here, right? Is that how that works? Leader mid win? It doesn't matter where I play it, right? Pretty sure. So, Infinite is a 20 power 6 mana card, but you can only play it if you didn't play a card on the previous turn. So, big payoff, big cost. One Psylocke, please. Scorpion into the miniaturized lab. Just because we don't want to fill up the other 8 spots. That one's going to be locked out for a little bit. It's just gonna be another game where we don't want to play Mr. Negative. It feels like it, huh? So things that have no abilities get +3 power inside of DC, and white tigers have no power. So we'll Wong here, and then white tiger will put 2 tigers into here, which will be a total of 20. And if we draw our Odin next turn, which we're 1 in 4 to do, white tiger generates 4 tigers with Wong and Odin. Do I leader here? So they might play Mjolnir, right? Is the problem? And if they Mjolnir, that's not good for me. We could just Ironheart mid. I think this is the line that lets us win some amount of the time. Opponent's retreating, sure. Yeah, I think if they didn't have a Mjolnir in their deck, I would leader left to copy whatever their payoff has been. But because their first card could be Mjolnir, which does actual nothing for me, I don't think we can leader there. All right, so I think we Yondu plus Ironheart here. Lockjaw tucks them back into my deck. I want to Yondu first, so that way I have a third card in play, so Ironheart can pump up 3 different things. Oh, wait. I can Mr. Negative here. He has his effect, and then he tucks himself, right? That sounds good. It makes my Doctor Doom worse on the last turn, though. Although if we hit Odin or White Tiger here, those are both pretty good. That's 50% of my deck that's good hits. Hitting Ironheart 2 is not terrible either, I suppose.
Escaped.
The real shame we didn't hit Odin there to get to copy their death in their wave. I love that the Daily Bugle animation has the card that you're getting's name on it. That's such a nice little touch. Vision allows you to move it once per turn. Okay, they played Cosmo left, so they're a destroyer deck, obviously. Do I Jubilee to try and hit negative? Or do I Wong? I think I Wong and hope to draw White Tiger next turn, I think is my plan. Now I think I just Jubilee this. Well, that's kind of funny. So what's in my deck? Well, I mean, they just destroy her here and win, right? They're gonna be plus 16. We can flip into Iron Heart. That's true, but then we lose right? Doom into Ironheart wins all lanes. Well, Doom can't go here. And he disappears over here. Oh, do they not have Destroyer? We're still dead though, right? Alright, I think I'm over this one, chat. Mr. Negative, this has been a decidedly... This deck was okay, but like, the Wong wave aspect of this deck is what was okay. The negative aspect of it was very, very not good. A couple of people comment they were playing this to good success today. Let's play some games with it. I just don't find the Destroyer decks very interesting to play. If you're looking for a deck highlight of the Destroyer deck, there's a few of them up on the channel here. I just don't find them particularly compelling in terms of gameplay. Their decisions tend to be fairly straightforward a lot of the time. I might save Nightcrawler as a cheap way to enable rescue. I'm just gonna pass here. Daredevil sounds lovely. This lets us see our opponent's plays on turn 5 before we make our plays. Hobgoblin is very good into the negative zone. I think we just go ahead and storm off the Stark Tower here on the right, and we can follow this up with Juggernaut as a 1-2 punch. We're actually in a very good spot here to win right and center, so I'm gonna go ahead and storm right.
Wind, aid my hand.
I think I'm just gonna chill on this deck for the last 20 minutes tonight. Maybe we'll do some full destroy on Twitch in the morning. So Juggernaut is the perfect follow-up to Storm. Any cards my opponent tries to play into the flooding will get kicked out of that path by Juggernaut to random other plays, guaranteeing that I win this right side, which is Storm plus Jug, essentially. And Andre? You, hope you have fun with it. So, obviously they're gonna play something into this rescue path, I would assume. You're playing Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel means I need to leave 7 power here. She's a very tricky one to play against. End of the game, move to a location that wins the game if possible. I guess because they marveled here, I just want to Hobgoblin the Bugle to try and cut them off of plays here, right? Well, I guess I could still do this mid. It's minus 11 mid, right? It's hard for me to get enough power into here otherwise, though. It is very good in the negative zone. Is Jones left? Is this enough to win left? And then we like play Hobgoblin into the negative zone next turn along with Miles, then this jumps over and then we win these two? That's probably too much of a risk. It's probably just this, right? And then I can't move this and then Spider-Man stays where he is, stays as expensive. Yeah, I think there's merit to putting Hobgoblin into either of these places. I don't know which line I like more. And then honestly at this point it's probably just like Angela into Spider-Man, right? For +8 over here. Because they need to add 3 power center, and because this is the negative zone, they would need to play a 7 power thing or 6 power thing to add 3 power center, but they also need to add more power here. I feel like I literally can't overstate how good the core rules engine for Snap is. It's such a phenomenal base system that's easy to learn, but has so much depth as you get deeper and deeper into it with the cards that are unlocked. It's a little scary. Oh, it's a Mysterio. Okay, so... Actually a full tie. So we tied this and then 7 difference here, 7 difference here. No joke, Arctic. I think there is more player agency, meaning decisions that matter where you sequence your cards in a 6-turn game of Snap than there are on average in entire best of 3 matches of Magic the Gathering. Magic is a pretty low player agency game with in-game decisions. A lot of the things in Magic where your decisions matter are how you mulligan and how you sideboard. A lot of modern Magic gameplay is incredibly scripted. There's like a certain base level of heuristics you need to know, and then the rest just auto plays from there. Angela is a soft combo with Green Goblin because he flips up here, powers up Angela, and then jumps to the other side of the board, which means Angela can stand to get even larger after the fact. Same thing with Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler can deploy to here, make her bigger, and then slide out if we wanted to later. Well, that's actually kind of good for us, right? We filled up the center. Although they might be, is this a Killmonger angle for our opponent this turn?
Aid my hand.
You hope some amount of Magic still gets played. What did I ever do to you? Why would you wish that upon me? Was I mean to you on Twitter? Is that why you want me to play Magic? I'm moving Nightcrawler here because I want to trigger Morales' cost reduction for next turn. And then Juggernaut here kicks both of these into the Angela path, which is great. They are locked out of the flooding. And we're probably good to win the center, right? Just like do this, into this, into this. And this is 9 plus 6 plus 15 power, already plus 3 here. So we're gaining, we're gonna be plus 18 here.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Victory.
Sequence miles last in case of leader. That's a good call out. Appreciate that. Decks like this one are some of my favorites to play in Snap because they're just so incredibly interactive and disruptive. They'd still lose though, right? Yeah, but in terms of like tiebreakers for down the line and other games that could matter. Chilling for now. Green Goblin's actually not great into these decks that destroy things because they'll just be able to kill it and take it off the board a lot of the time. We need to put Korg in a deck so we can call it Rock Mid-Range. LOL. So we Polaris the Nova over to here now. Actually, I want to play the Yellow Jacket here first because I think we just play Miss Jones over here on the hub. Okay, chat. Now, I don't know if this is the correct play, but it's certainly the content play. Doc Ock loves to grab him a drink at a bar with no name. And you're legally obligated to snap before you make this play. Show me a few of your friends, please. Keep going, I'm almost there. Oh my gosh, we just enabled their Zola. Oh, no, or their Red Skull. Oh no. Oh no.
Opponent snapped.
Okay, so if I Nightcrawler and Daredevil here, this is plus 14, putting me to 31. And then this is minus 3 for them, putting them to 30, meaning if they spend any amount of energy 4 or more, we win the game. They might just bank this, though. We'll see. Oh, we lose, right? We're going to lose to the Sunspot, I believe. Okay, I think we lost to the Sunspot.
Wind, aid my hand.
Hashed. That could not have gone worse. I mean, there are definitely permutations that could go worse. Sometimes you're sort of too close to the sun, Chip. All right, Chip. I'm an old man. It is about midnight here. I am going to go ahead and head off to bed. It was a wonderful stream. I am going to be streaming Marvel Snap here every night for the rest of the week. We're also going to be doing it live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Jeff Hoagland. Every single morning this week, I'll be live on Twitch with more Marvel Snap 10 hours from now. I don't think I'm going to have a highlight video up here tomorrow on this channel for edited content. We'll be back with more live stuff tomorrow night. Probably have another edited video up on Thursday, I think is my plan, and then over the weekend as well. And thanks for the new subscriptions tonight. We had a bunch of channel memberships get donated. Thank you for that, folks, and a couple of super chats. Thanks for keeping me around. The new channel members, make sure you link your YouTube account to your Discord account and pop on into my supporter Discord server. You got very active channels in there for Snap, Pokemon Unite, Magic, sports, politics, food, all sorts of great stuff with our community. I'll catch you around tomorrow, hopefully, folks. Enjoy the rest of your evening.